Hi, my name's Alf Sr.
I'm Alf Jr.
And this is our Supercharged Outlaw Lamborghini. You know, we on. I'll put you in the car next time, you can try it. No, it was basically early 80s when we first went to Castlereagh Dragway with my fiancée, then wife now. Pretty much got me hooked. Well, basically having a road car, you start not having the reliability of it because you keep on hotting it up and hotting it up. You get to a point where you say, well, I'm going to need a race car now. Started in the early to mid 90s where I first bought my fully competition race car, and then we sold it and started progressing until we got sort of now. If you haven't got the family support, you just can't do it. You can't spend the hours in the shed or the garage, or the hours at the track, the time, the money, the sacrifices. If you haven't got the family that supports you, mate, you just can't do it. It's almost impossible. To me, family's first, anything else is second. But fortunately for me, I was able to manage both. We did have a family, and I was lucky enough for my kids to be around me throughout my racing. Now my older son has sort of followed in my footsteps, and I've got another one that's doing drifting. They're both high up there with the sport. Particularly young Alf, all his life he always thought that every dad had a race car in the shed.
What's a normal kid do? You know what I mean? We used to play with the cars in the garage. I thought every daddy had a drag car, and I used to get off a friend's house and like, where's your dad's car? Bloody car.
But then he got involved in junior dragsters, and obviously he had the passion for the straight line sport.
Again, I just thought that's what you do when you get older. You just jump in a car and race. I don't know anything else. That's it. It's only my boy, my wife, and racing.
It was built by an Italian guy in Rockhampton, the Manera brothers. They ran it for a short time, but then it came advertised and it came into my hands, and obviously, yeah, the Italian thing. But believe me, the only Italian thing about that car at the moment is me. There's nothing else Italian about it. Everything is built in Australia. Being, you know, a Lamborghini body car, a lot of people that sort of don't know much about it, they all think that I've, you know, went out and bought a $500,000–600,000 Lamborghini and cut it up and, you know, put the motor in the wrong spot. Definitely haven't done that. It's a fiberglass body. It's actually, the car is a kit car that you can buy to put on the road. It's got a chrome moly chassis underneath it, built by Thunder Road in Queensland. In particular, the chassis has been sort of built around this sort of shaped car. I could take it off and put a Commodore on in there tomorrow, but then I'll be boring like everybody else. That's what makes it different. Yeah, look, they either love it or they hate it. It's a Sainty motor made by Sainty Engineering in Sydney. It used to be 500 cubes. This particular motor here is 468 cubes. Made overhead cam, 3 valves per cylinder, 2 inlets, 1 exhaust. The supercharger is what they call a Whipple supercharger, which is basically the biggest supercharger that you can buy. It produces 50 pound of boost as soon as you hit the throttle. And we've got the injector hat, which makes it look even higher. The injection system that we use on it is a Gibson style injection system, which is made again by Sainty. Well, it does look big, yeah. I pretty much achieved everything that I wanted to do. I ran my 6-second pass, I ran my 200 mile an hour. I've got numerous amount of, you know, different trophies, and I thought that was the right time for him to take over. And look, he's fulfilled and all aspects of it, you know, in regarding able to drive it, able to cut good lights, and obviously able to win national events. You've got to have a maturity about it. These things can kill you. It's not a matter of just hopping in there and go. They can kill you, and you've got to treat them like that. They're a loaded gun.
It was actually 2 years ago, just doing a new fuel system on the car, and he turned around and said, I think I might throw you in the car. So with that, next week I'd done my medical, had everything organised and had my race suit organised. I think in December I'd done my first passes, my first licence passes.
In theory, he's been driving that car for the last 30 years in his mind.
Driven it in my head 1,000 times. You don't just jump in the car and do a full pass. You know, you do your launch, your half pass, then your full pass, and you've got to do another one to obtain your licence. But I respect the car. I know what it does, I know what it can handle, I know it can flick over that wall any time.
Every time I start that car up for him, my heart is in my mouth. He might be 31, but he's still 5 in my eyes. Alfie, no, it is worried because you're not worried that, you know, but you've always got it in the back of your mind. I mean, if the car goes hard right or hard left, it's going to hit that wall. I should have a heart monitor on, and you hear my heartbeat increase as soon as we fire that car, and then you hear it. And then by the time the run is finished, then you'll see the heart rate come back down. Yeah, there's a lot of guys that do that, you know. Oh, they've got to cross this, they've got to do that, they've got to put their lucky undies on, or just get in and drive. You can't drive it, go home. And he's seen that all his life.
Dad's gone 6.66 at 2:15. I've gone 6.74 at 2:05. But the catch is, it took him 30 years. I did it in 6 months.